All right, thank you very much. Peter Ho. Thank you all for being here. We are Those Thrilling Days of Yesteryear, a live recreation of some of your favorite shows from the golden age of radio. We primarily do our shows at the Oak Park Arms Senior Home in Oak Park, Illinois, a western suburb of Chicago. You can get more information about us at ttdy-radio.com. But today, we are featuring and honoring World War II and some really special, unique things that we're excited to bring to you. During World War II, Hollywood? You might have heard of a little place called Hollywood. Hollywood, actually, and then it was actually Hollywoodland. Hollywood did its part to help keep morale and spirits high. Movies and music flooded the country, depicting brave young men and women serving their country heroically. And for those troops who couldn't enjoy the entertainment stateside, radio became a key player in entertaining and supporting our troops overseas. Time and again, shows like G.I. Jive, Jubilee, and Your Hit Parade gathered celebrities from all over to perform for the American fighting forces. But none was as successful as the long-running Command Performance, hailed by Time magazine as the best wartime program in America. This program ran from 1942 until 1949 and featured literally hundreds of Hollywood's best actors, actresses, singers, musicians, and celebrities of all types, all donating their time and talent to entertain the troops. And after the war, all the men and women who continued to be stationed overseas. Now the story goes that producers wanted to create a show for the GI who was trained to obey commands and could now command anything he wanted from the radio world. Another thing that made this program unique was that it was broadcast on the shortwave Armed Forces Radio Network, and therefore the general American public rarely got to enjoy such top-drawer talent like Cary Grant, Betty Hutton, Virginia O'Brien, Burns and Allen, Spike Jones, Cass Daly, Phil Harris, Jack Benny, Danny Kaye, and many other legendary celebrities presenting their classic and memorable routines and songs for the boys over there. And while not all of these performers actually worked on the same episode together, they all appeared on the show at one time or another to give their all to the troops, both men and women who worked so hard to serve their country. So what we decided to do was to take the best of various shows and put them all together as if they were all on that stage in one memorable show. So today, it seems fitting that we pull out the best and perform you the best of Command Performance. And let's just say it's our way of taking a moment to honor and entertain those troops of ours, both past, present, and future. And we know that some of you, there might be some of you in the audience who have served. And so we dedicate this show to you. This is your Command Performance. While you are listening, you might pretend you are one of the young men and women who had the fortune of being in those live audiences as they watch their favorite performers do their thing. So now join us as we take you back to those thrilling days of yesteryear.
Command Performance USA. The greatest entertainers in America have been requested by you, the fighting men of the United States Armed Forces throughout the world. Command Performance presented to you this week and every week till it's over there. Communique from Command Performance. Our forces on the American entertainment front are maintaining contact with Uncle Sam's Armed Forces on the fighting fronts. We're pushing back the curtains on another great Command Performance. In answer to your thousands of letters, there is much to report from this area tonight. The man to report it, a great actor and a great guy. Call back to your big show by popular acclaim of the AEF, your Master of Ceremonies, Cary Grant.
Thank you, Ken Carpenter. Hello, fellows. And greetings to our friends in the United Nations. Over here in the land of the Star-Spangled Banner, there's another banner night for your Star-Spangled performers. So let's get on with answering those swell letters you write into Command Performance. Letters from certain company at APO 869 that say, "Give us Virginia O'Brien." And Letters from APO 865 that say, the top gal in our outfit is Virginia O'Brien. So gang, look who's here. The girl who parlayed a deadpan and a screwball way to singing screwball songs into a big picture career. One of your command performance favorites, Virginia O'Brien.
Thanks, Mr. Brandon. Hello, fellas. And going out around the world in 10 seconds flat is Love and Kisses for Johnny, Danny, Keith, and Curly at APO 7, the Bushmasters at 959, and the Navy V-Mail Shack at Navy 230. And here's our little thought for the week. Life used to be a gay thing, a filled with happiness night and day thing. It was something to have and to hold. But it seems that your love grew cold. I never knew that our romance had ended until you poisoned my food. And by my God, it was a lark when you kicked me in the park. But now I think it was rude. I never knew that our romance had finished until that bottle hit my hand. Though I tried to be aloof when you pushed me off the roof, I feel our romance is dead. It wouldn't have been so bad if you told me. If you told me that someone had suddenly taken my place. Oh, but no, you didn't even scold me. You just tried to disfigure my face. You will never know how this heart of mine is breaking. It looks so hopeless, but then life used to be sweet and placid. If you just put down that acid and say that we're sweethearts again. Remember that night in Bridgeport when the moon shone down on the both of us and the breeze sang a love song, and you looked at me and I looked at you and you didn't know what to do, so you broke my leg. I thought there was a sort of strange look in your eyes, but then you smiled and, well, that made everything all right. Then there was that time when we went canoeing and you set fire to my dress. You said you pushed me overboard to put out the flames, but I could never quite understand why you held my head underwater so long. Of course, I've never met this person who's taken my place, but I want you to know that I wish you all the luck in the world, and if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you can reach me at room 304 at the General Hospital. Farewell, my sweet. You'll never know how this heart of mine is breaking. It looks so hopeless, but then our love is great. No love can match it. Darling, please put down that hatchet and say we're sweethearts again.
As we look into the Burns household, tonight we find the Burns in their study. George is nestled comfortably by the fire, reading the evening paper, while Gracie sits at her desk, trying to balance her checkbook.
6 and a 12, carry the 3. Oh, George.
Yes, dear.
How many times does 6 go into 19?
3 and carry 1.
Thank you. 9, 4, 13, minus 8, plus 45. Oh, George.
Yes, dear.
Where do I carry it?
Carry what?
Whatever it is that you use 6 to get into 19.
Carry it back to old Virginia. Let me read my paper, dear.
Well, dear, don't you want to know how my bank balance came out this month?
Okay, you win. How did it come out this month?
Oh, wonderful. The bank owes me $175.
The bank owes you $175.
Yes, I added it up several times. At first they only owed me $6, but I worked on it and worked on it.
And now they owe you
$175. Yes, and it gets better all the time.
Well, keep it up, sweetheart. You'll break the bank.
Oh, no, I wouldn't want to do that. They're nice to me down there. The cashier keeps sending me cute little
cashier send you notes?
Well, not exactly notes, but he puts his initials on all my checks.
What are his initials?
NSF.
NSF means not sufficient funds, Gracie.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Imagine a great big bag like that without any money.
Let me see those checks. If there's anything wrong, it's not the bank's fault. The bank never makes mistakes.
They hired my uncle.
Oh,
didn't they?
my blunder, you're right. Yes, now, let me see. What's this check stub here?
Oh, that's for the beautiful new hat I bought.
Which hat? The one you bought with feathers?
Oh, don't be silly, George. You can't buy a hat with feathers.
Gotta
That
have money. Yeah, I forgot that, Gracie. You gotta be more careful with these checks. Remember, this is a joint account. You know what that is?
Oh, sure. A joint account is where the husband deposits the money, the wife writes the checks, and at the end of the month, if everything balances and everything comes out even,
What then?
I don't know. It's never happened to me.
Well, look at this stuff. $1 for a bicycle pump, but we haven't got a bicycle. Now, what's that for?
Oh, well, that's the economy. That'll save us lots of money on breakfast food.
A bicycle pump will save us money on breakfast food?
Yeah, from now on, we'll cook our own rice.
Oh, that will save us easily between 19 and 20 cents a year.
Now, you see, I can explain every check stub.
Well, all right. Now, here's one you might explain. One pullover, $25. Look, I don't want to sound like a cheapskate, but isn't that a lot of money for a pullover?
Well, they said it was the regular price.
Who said?
The man on the motorcycle.
You got it from a man on a motorcycle?
Yeah, I went to a red light and he drove up and said, pull over. He was not spotted. Why not pull over?
Pull over. Never mind. Oh, what about this little item? A stub made out to the maid company that says either $12 or $15. That's confusing, you know?
Oh, no, it's not confusing at all, George. They had a pair of shoes for $12 and another pair for $15. And I made the stuff that way so that I could scratch out the price of the shoes I decided not to buy.
But neither price is scratched out.
Walking saves tires, George.
Both pair. I thought so. Yes, and what's this? $9 for suspenders for George for March the 16th.
Oh, well, that was a little present for you.
Well, that's nice, dear, but what's so special about March 16th?
Oh, well, you said last night that when you got there paying your income tax this year, that you'd be caught.
Never mind, Gracie. Now, what's this item here for $8.80?
Oh, well, remember, that's for tickets for George and Jessica's vaudeville show, remember?
Oh, yes. Well, it was well worth it, too. Never regret money spent on vaudeville. Gosh, vaudeville. Remember the old days when we were in vaudeville?
Oh, remember, I'll never forget them, George.
Yes. Remember Altoona?
Yeah.
Remember how nervous I was the day we opened our act?
No, but I remember how nervous you were the day we closed.
Well, same thing.
Same day.
Yeah.
And remember you played on the bill with Schweigenheimer and his train seal?
Oh, yes. That was the week when one of the seals disappeared.
Yes, and that was the week when you got me a new fur coat. Why, George?
Oh, well, I couldn't help it, Gracie. You know how Otto the seal like fish. Well, one day Otto trapped me in my dressing room and I was eating a piece of Lindy's smoked salmon and it was either me or Otto.
Oh, George, how could you do it? How could you? To think that all these years I've been walking around town wearing a fellow performer.
Well, as long as he wasn't a monologist.
Not only that, a hungry one, too.
Yes, a hungry one. Now look, I'm sorry, Gracie.
No excuses, George. It's too late. I'm leaving. I'm leaving this house full of wrongs and pride. Goodbye.
Where are you going?
Over to the Brown Derby to get my coat and piece of salmon.
Well, for heaven's sakes.
Thanks a lot, George Burns and Gracie Allen. Next, I'd better warn you to dig your heels into the floor and hang on to your seats, because here comes Paramount's Blonde Bombshell with a roof-raising ditty entitled He Says Murder. Fellas, here's that vitamin pill with legs, Betty Hutton.
All right. Thanks, Rita Hayworth, and hiya, fellas. Love to Clem and Vince at AP0667 and lay off those coconuts. Hello to Yardbird Karen and Cowboy Jim over at Old Blighty, and Jimmy Hopkins at 860. What's cooking there, boy? Howdy, Sergeant Burns and the mob at 959, and Mid Brighton, the sad sack of Africa. What the dickens is a sad sack? Hello, Gibbons and the gang at APO 945, 845, and Keeley at APO 34. Gee, thanks for a chunk of a Nazi troop carrying glider. Brother, that's giving them the old Keeley cure for keeps. And now, here's that tune, Murder, he says. Finally found a fella, almost completely divine, but his vocabulary is killing this romance of mine. We get into an intimate situation, and then begins this Romeo's conversation. He says murder, he says. Every time we kiss, he says murder, he says. At a time like this, he says murder, he says. Is it the language of love? He says solid, he says. Takes me in his arms, he says solid, he says. Meaning all my charms, he says solid, he says. Is that the language of love? He says chick, chick, you torture me. Zoom, are we living? I'm thinking of leaving him flat. He says deep, deep, the jumps the old ticker is giving. Now he can talk plainer than that. He says murder, he says. Every time we kiss, he says murder, he says. Keep it up like this and then murder, he says. In that impossible tone will bring on nobody's murder but his own. He says Jackson, he says. And my name's Marie, he says Jackson, he says. Shoot the snoot to me, he says Jackson, he says. Is that the language of love? He says whoop whoop, he says. When he likes my hat, he says what the heck is that? He says woo woo, he says. Is that the language of love? He says hap hap with helium. Now babe, we're cooking, and other expressions to which he says baby to move and the groove is good looking. He sounds like his uppers don't fit. He says murder. He says murder. And the way he says murder in that impossible tone, I've told him over and over and over again that it'll be nobody else's murder, baby, but his own.
Well, Betty, that was really, really solid. And many, many thanks.
Thanks, Mr. Grant. Well, fellas, one of your favorite requests is for the old familiar sounds of things back home. We've had darn near every kind of noise on command performance, from goats to foghorns. But there's a new batch of sound requests, so here we go again. At APO 948, Sergeant Hirschbright says, it's been over a year since I heard the delightful sound of suds being opened. So, especially for Sergeant Willie Anderson, please open a bottle of cold beer and pour it into a tall glass. Okay, sound man, draw one. Somewhere on the high seas, Radio Man 3rd Class Alan Roger Davis says, you had a baby cry on command performance, but my wife writes me that our baby girl Mary, who is 3 months old, never cries. She only coos. So could I please hear a baby coo? And I'll make believe it's Mary. There. That's a good girl. Now you be quiet or Mama's going to give you a nice big hot foot. But I'll be nice. And Private Tommy O'Flaherty says, I'd give $1 million to be standing on 42nd and Broadway. A taxi cab is waiting for the green light. And just as the yellow signal comes on, a second cab rolls up and bumps the first, and they lock bumpers. Boy, I'd just like to hear those two cab drivers yelling at each other. Okay, Tom, they sound like this.
What's the matter with you, stupid? Shut up! Come on, I'll run you off the avenue. Shut up! Go on and I'll punch you right in the nose. Shut up!
Guess who? Of all things, Adolf Hitler. You know, the German radio says some very bad things about command performance, but we just don't care. We feel that Schicklgruber deserves a number, and we know just the tune that'll please that jerk, that guy. So, here's America's band of the hour, Spike Jones and the City Slickers, and their sensational tune, Der Führer's Space.
When her good says there's no above this place, but we higher. I can have Eric's face. Are we not the Superman? Are we pure Superman? No, we are the Superman.
Super duper Superman!
Is this Nazi land so good? Would you believe it if we could?
Yeah, the Nazi land is good. We would believe it if we could.
We bring the world to order. Higher Hitler's world to order. Everyone on board in the race would love the Führer's face when we bring to the world this order. When the Führer says he is the master race, we higher. I think the Führer's face to love the Führer is a great disgrace. So we higher. I give your face. And the Führer says he is the master race. We higher. I think the Führer's face not to love the Führer is a great disgrace. So we higher. Right in the Führer's face.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you another command performance verse. Can you imagine a battleship manned entirely by women? Kind of frightens you, doesn't it? However, just to show you what it would be like, command performance takes you aboard a super dreadnought run by an entirely feminine crew. Any resemblance to a wave or lady marine is strictly for laughs. So, with a yo-ho-ho and a bottle of Chanel No. 5, we're off to the USS Garterbelt, where we find Captain Cascaley addressing her crew.
Girls, inspection this morning was lousy. In the first place, we don't hang our laundry on the afterdeck. We don't fly our panties from the mizzenmast. What's more, someone forgot to put the doily under the second 16-inch gun. And to top it all, this morning I found 12 bobby pins on the poop deck. And by the way, girls, you can stop winding up outside the powder room every morning. All we keep in there is ammunition. All right? Dismissed. Yes, sir, dismissed. Just a minute. I want to talk to Chief Petting Officer Stanley.
Yes, Captain?
How are you coming along with your assignment?
I just finished knitting it this morning, Captain.
Well, good. How did it turn out?
Oh, I think you'll find it's the nicest slip cover our anchor ever had.
Well, I hope you're better at knitting than you are at painting. That camouflage job you did on our deck was awful.
It was?
I'll say it was. Do you know the message the Admiral sent me? Pardon me, Captain Daly, but your ship is showing. Now see that it doesn't happen again. June Allison, final and third class reporting. Allison, got very good news for you. You're being promoted to firewoman second class. Oh, thank you, Captain. For the way you handled yourself yesterday when you backed into that boiler, we're putting another stripe on your arm. It's not where I burned myself, Captain. Well, all right. Sew the stripe on anywhere you like. Anyway, you're doing a great job in the boiler room, Allison. Thank you, Captain. I think we're the best 45,000-ton ship of the fleet. 45,000 tons? Gee, does our ship weigh that much? Yes, sir. That's awful. From now on, shovel and rye crisps instead of coals. By the way, Chief Stanley,
Yes, Captain?
where was Mrs. Machinist Kate Jackson at muster this morning?
She was below, Captain.
What? There's no excuse for a member of the crew not being at her post. You understand? No excuse. Well, in that case, she's excused. Oh boy, I got nothing on this. This is trouble. Hey, you, Donnell.
Yes, Captain.
Now, don't play innocent. I see you putting mascara on your searchlight and winking at destroyers. Go on, get back to your post.
Yes, sir. Ma'am.
You'll pardon me, Captain. Your lipstick is a little smeared.
I know. I keep it that way. I like to reminisce, you know? Oh, well, where's my compact? I'll fix it. Ah, gee, men.
They are wonderful, aren't they?
Enemy submarine! Off the starboard now!
Not now, Donnell. I'm putting on lipstick.
Another submarine! Off the port bow!
Donnell, there's a time and place for everything. Honestly, that girl, she makes me so mad.
3 men! Spotted on a raft! Dead ahead!
Men? Battle stations, everyone! Battle stations! Stand by to pick them up. Oh, boy! Allison, cut that out! And Stanwick, you stop looking prettier than me.
Well, what about you, dabbing bilge water behind your ears?
It's not danger, Captain!
Oh, good. Okay, girls, woman to lifeboats! Well,
We'll have him aboard in a few minutes.
wow, 3 of them!
Get that tall one. He looks like Errol Flynn.
I fully intend to. Barbara, that redheaded one looks like Sterling Holloway. Do you want him?
No, I'll take a chance. Underneath that hair, there may be a face.
The men are ready to come aboard the ship, Captain!
Okay, Allison, pipe them aboard. Very good, sir. This girl could obviously use some Navy indoctrination.
Well, hello, Captain. Gee, I don't know how to thank you for rescuing us.
Hey, boy.
Oh, boy! Men!
Donnell, what are you doing here? You're the lookout.
Well, from now on, everybody looks out for themselves.
Is this one taken, Captain?
Keep away from me. I know you sailors. You probably got a man in every port.
Yes, indeed. And don't you try to tempt us with your allotment checks either.
Now, take it easy. Don't rush them, girls. They've been on a raft for weeks without food or water or women.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm thirsty. Now, I, on the other hand. Well, I hate to interrupt this, but everyone here seems to be on deck. Shouldn't someone be steering this ship?
Oh, who needs steering? Haven't you ever heard of a woman's intuition?
Yeah, that's what worries me. The fog has come up and you may be off your course, you know.
We never get off our course.
Captain in this fog.
Stop worrying. I said we never get off our course.
Oh, my goodness. Where are we?
Well, what do you know? Omaha, Nebraska!
Now, right here, we're telling PFC Don Garrett and the gang at 927 that we're hep to old 927, and we're calling Captain Carr at 962, Sergeant Juddlin at the service at 762, and Corporal Dick Murrin and the 500 Jungle Mothers, that is, to write on one letterhead, first to conserve paper, second to complain of the iguanas chewing on the shoestrings, and third to request a certain curly-headed band leader. I asked Jack Benny about this lad, and he said, he's strictly corn, but with ham being what it is, who's going to knock corn? Call for Philip Harris!
Thank you. Hey, Jack, let me get you some skin. Glad to see you, Granny. Glad to see you.
Yeah, glad to see you too, it says here. But you know, Phil, I haven't seen you around lately.
Nah, I've been out on a tour with the band. You know, one-night stands. I've been brainstorming around the country.
Well, fellas, I can this in a stop to a hurry. I'll invite the guy to sing. Answering many thousands of requests, it's Phil Harris singing, That's What I Like About the South. Put on the clothes.
Won't you come with me to Alabama? That's where you'll see my dear old man. She's frying eggs and boiling ham. That's what I like about the South. Now there you can make no mistake, where those nerves are never shaky. Oh, to taste that layer cake, that's what I like about the South. She got baked ribs and candied yams with sugar-cured Virginia hams, basement full of those berry jams, and that's what I like about the South. Hot cornbread with the black-eyed peas, you can go with it if you please, cause they're never out of season. That's what I like about the South. Don't take one, have two, that dark brown and chocolate too. Suits me, it must suit you. That's what I like about the South. Say y'all, come on in with that southern drawl. That's what I like about the South. It's down where those pretty queens keep dreaming, those dreamy dreams of sitting in the absence in New Orleans. That's what I like about the South. Well, here come old Bob with all the news, got the box back coat and the button shoes, but he's all caught up on his Eagles dues, and that's what I like about the South. Here come old Roy down the street, oh, can't you hear those scuffling feet? He would rather sleep than eat, and that's what I like about the South. I didn't come here to criticize, I'm not here to sympathize, but don't tell me those no good lies, cause a lying gal I do despise. You love me like I love you, 70-50, PDQ, roses are red and violets are pink, I won't get my 50, I don't think. You act like you don't love me no more. Why don't you shake your head and sigh, and I'll go walking right on by. Go on and on and on and on. Honey, when you tell me that you love me, how come you close your eyes? Don't tell me my place called Do-Wah-Diddy. It ain't no town and it ain't no city. It's awful small and awful pretty. Well, Do-Wah-Diddy, yeah. I'm not here to sympathize, but don't tell me those no good lies, cause a lying gal I do despise. Got ham hocks and buttered beans, turnip greens and New Orleans, you and me and in between, and that's what I like about the South. That's what I like about the South. Many of you cats overseas have turned your radio to hear the thrilling drama of suspense. Now, one of the highlights in the series has been the unforgettable performance of Miss Agnes Moorehead in Sorry, Wrong Number. Well, here at home, the response of both critics and publics have been so enthusiastic that Miss Moorehead was called upon to repeat the playlist several times. Now, on each occasion, she gave a stirring, vivid portrayal as a neurotic woman who hears a murder being plotted over crossed telephone wires and finally learns that the intended victim of the murder is herself. Miss Moorehead's characterization is truly an incomparable study in terror. Now, tonight, we hope to bring you that same great radio drama, Sorry, Wrong Number. Miss Agnes Moorehead, well, unfortunately, she was unable to be with us. So, we secured the service of another personality with the same dynamic appeal. None other than Jack Benny. So, we now take you to Mr. Benny's home in Beverly Hills, where we find Jack sitting anxiously by the telephone, nerves shattered, another victim of suspense.
Busy. It can't be busy all this time. Operator. Polly, be quiet. Operator.
I'm sorry, but that lion is busy.
Listen, operator, I've been trying to get that number for the last 20 minutes. It's a big advertising agency. They have a switchboard.
I'm sorry, but the lion is busy.
It can't be busy. I've been ringing that number since 25 after 11. Do you know what time it is now?
For the correct time, dial Uric 8900.
Operator, I know what time it is. It's 11:45.
Quarter to 12, quarter to 12.
Party, quiet. Listen, operator, I'm a subscriber. I pay my bills every month, and since I've been on this phone, I've had nothing but trouble.
Trouble? 1 moment, please. I will connect you.
Repair department.
That's not my trouble. What do I have to get Hillside 7593?
Call the operator.
Oh my goodness. Why can't I, operator,
Number, please.
look, operator, I want Hillside 7593.
You may dial that number direct.
I did dial that number. I keep getting a busy signal. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Look, operator, I'm Jack Benny. I have a radio program. The option comes up at 12 tonight. If I don't hear from my sponsor, Mr. Jones, in 15 minutes, I'll be out of a job. He's an advertising manager. I'm trying to get hold of him on the phone, and I can't get the number.
I will connect you with information.
Operator, don't you understand? I don't want information. All I...
It's information.
Look, I don't want it. I want Sevenside Hill 759... Hillside 7593.
You may dial that number direct.
I tried direct, indirect, spelled backwards. Now what do I have to do to get Hillside 7593? You may dial that number direct. Nuts. I don't know what to do. This is driving me mad. It keeps getting later and later.
Quarter to 12, quarter to 12.
Polly, quiet. Besides, it's 10 minutes to 12 now. Your watch is slow. Well, I'll try. Whoop. There it is. It's my sponsor. He's calling me. He's calling me. Hello? Hello?
And Mr. Benny,
Yes? Yes?
it's 50 words or less, isn't it?
The contest is over! Fine time to be asking me about my contest. If my sponsor doesn't call me pretty soon, I'll go nuts. I still have 8 minutes. I gotta reach Mr. Jones by 12 o'clock. Polly, quiet. Here's a cracker. Eat it slowly. It might be your last. Well, I'll try that number again. It can't still be busy. I know it can't. I'm sure there must be something wrong with the...
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello, is this you, Mr. Jones?
Jones, it's my sponsor. Mr. Jones, it's me, Jack Benny.
Hello, George.
They can't hear me. The wires must be crossed.
Yes, George, I thought the matter over thoroughly and I decided to let him go.
I see. Well, it's going to be quite a shock to him. He's been with us a long time.
Well, George, he's had it coming. His work has fallen off so badly, it isn't funny anymore.
Yup! They're talking about me. Mr. Jones, operator.
Well, Mr. Jones, don't you think you want to warn him and give him another chance? It might be difficult to replace him.
That's right. Tell him, George. Tell him. Nice boy, George. Tell him.
No, George, I've made up my mind. I think we should look for a younger man.
Younger? Well, I'm only 37. 37.
37 and 37. That's 75.
That's 74, you dope. Can't you count?
So you don't think warning him will do any good, Mr. Jones?
No. He's had his chance.
Oh, Mr. Jones, please. George had a swell idea. Warn me. Give me another chance. I might be difficult to replace. Tom Brenneman is so busy. He has to get up so early in the morning.
All right, Mr. Jones, I'll let him.
Oh, I've been cut off. Operator.
Number, please.
Operator, I want Hillside 7593. Will you get it for me?
You may dial that number direct.
But I've done dialing all morning. My fingers are so swollen they don't fit into the hole.
1 moment, please. I will try that number for you.
Thank you. Only 5 minutes to go. If I can only talk to Mr. Jones, if I can just speak, plead with him, beg him like I did last year, maybe I can talk him into giving me another...
I'm sorry, that line is busy.
Busy. What am I going to do? I've got to think fast.
Busy.
Polly, shut up! This is serious. You may have to go to work. It's 4 minutes to 12. Wait a minute. I know. I'll call my agent. That's it, my agent. Why am I paying him 9%? I'll try and get him in. Woo! That might be Mr. Jones. Hello?
Hello? Is that you, Edna?
Edna?
This is Johnny McGuire. I just got back from the South Pacific. I haven't seen a woman in 3 years. You're the first one I called.
Look, you must have the wrong number.
Oh, don't give me that, Edna. I recognized Let's you and me step out tonight and I'll buy you a nice big dinner.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, you have the wrong dinner? No. What am I talking about? He'd only want to... I'm sorry. You have the wrong number. I wish I was Edna. At least then I'd know where my next... Oh my goodness. Only 3 minutes to 12. No time to talk to my agent. Now I've got to get Mr. Jones. Maybe he hasn't signed anybody else yet. I'll tell him I'll do anything he asks me. Anything. I'll let him cut my salary. This year I'll suggest it myself. Oh, the line is clear. It's not busy. I still have time.
This is Hillside 7593.
Get me Mr. Jones, quick. This is Jack Benny.
Mr. Jones is busy on another line. Would you like to call back?
No. I'll hold on. Oh, hurry, Mr. Jones. You haven't got much time. I haven't got much time. Hello? Is that you, Mr. Jones? Oh, it's you, Polly. Shut your big mouth.
Hello? What's that?
Mr. Jones, I wasn't talking to you, Mr. Jones. It wasn't your big mouth, it was my parents. And this is Jack Benny.
Oh, well, Jack, I'm glad you called. I wanted to tell you...
Mr. Jones, please, before you say anything, listen to me. You've got to listen to me. I know I've been on the air a long time, but I'm not through yet. Honest, I'm not. There's still a few good years left in me, and I want you to have them.
But Jack...
Well, I know I made mistakes, Mr. Jones. Everybody makes mistakes. I mean, yeah, everybody, but you, Mr. Jones, you always do the right thing. You're wise, smart, intelligent, kind. Oh, that's it, kind. You're too kind to cast me aside like an old shoe. Give me another chance, please, Mr. Jones. Don't drop my option.
Why, Jack? What are you crying about? We've no intention of letting you go.
Honest, Mr. Jones, I'd only be giving you another... What? You mean you're going to pick up my option?
Why, certainly. I've been trying to call you all morning. Your phone's been busy.
My phone? Busy? Oh.
Tell me, Jack, whatever gave you the idea we wouldn't take up your option?
Well, Mr. Jones, I called you a few minutes ago and the wires got crossed and I heard you were talking to a man named George.
George? Oh, yes, he's my office manager.
Well, I overheard you tell him to let somebody go. You wanted a younger man?
Oh, I remember, certainly. I discharged him this morning. It was the janitor.
The janitor?
Yes.
Oh, the janitor. Well, the joke's certainly on me. Well, Mr. Jones, if the man wasn't doing his work, what else could you do? It's not your fault that the man is incapable. There's no place for sentiment in business, Mr. Jones. That's what I like about you, Mr. Jones. You don't let your heart rule your head. That janitor got what was coming to him. I don't believe in a man whining and trying to hang on to a job when he's not wanted. I agree with you. If a man fails to deliver, let him go. Get rid of him, I say. Fire him!
Thank you, Agnes Moorhead, Jack Benny, and your cast of splendid performers.
Thank you, Ken. And now, fellas, we bring you one of the brightest young stars to ever flash across the entertainment world. Loads of charm, and I have to get to another microphone so we can fit on the stage. Loads of charm, bursting with talent, a really thrilling personality, effervescent, magnetic, dynamic Danny Kaye. Well, how are you tonight, Danny? Pretty good? Oh, I bet you have something really sensational for command performance, huh? Something that'll really rock them and lay to the aisles, huh? What personality? What magnetism? Is all you can say? Well, say something else, for God's sake.
These großgericht nicht Deutsch, es ist lazy, es ist Jackbenny, es ist die Tropfschi, es ist
Now, cut
Tornfish.
What does that mean? Well, this is ridiculous. I thought you were supposed to be a comedian, Daddy.
Oh, I am, Mr. Benny, but there's no sense in trying to top you, the great Jack Benny. Why, you've got loads of charm. You're bursting with talent, a really thrilling personality, effervescent, magnetic, dynamic Jack Benny. And besides, Mr. Mr. Benny, my files only go back to 1937.
Yes, that is a disadvantage. My ad-libs go clear back to Prohibition.
Yes, that's what I figured. So if you don't mind, Mr. Benny, I'll just sing.
All right, Danny, what's it gonna be?
Well, I've had quite a few letters asking for the lobby number from the picture Up in Arms. So this, if you remember, is a scene that takes place in a movie theater. And of course, it's a musical picture, and all musical pictures are alike. So supposing you do get into the theater, and you do get a seat, and the woman in front of you does take her hat off, and you do get a look at the screen, what do you see? Manic Depressive Pictures presents Hello Fresno, goodbye! Produced by Humanic and directed by Depressive. Now you know the name of the picture and you'd like to see it. But now... Screenplay by Glutz, from a stage play by Mutz, from a story by Blip, from a chapter by Rock, from a sentence by Dose, from a comma by Stokes, from an idea by Gross, based on a Joe Miller's joke. Now you know the name of the picture and who wrote it, and you'd still like to see it. But now... Art direction, Finkel, Puffy, Nerrier, Minerva, Buff, photography, Alonso, Drake, recorded, Thomas, Nino, Beck, upholstery by Zachary, Dickory by Tickery, Dickerson, Dickory, and Dickory by Doc. Now, finally at last, comes the picture. And what do we see? The same old beautiful chorus girls. The opening scene is a ranch in Fresno, California. So what are they singing? When it's cherry blossom time in Orange, New Jersey, we'll make a beach of our hair. I know we can't elope, so honey, do me nine. And if up from the gulch comes a hunk of man, he is our hero, Cowboy Dan, and the galloping yeoman buckaroo. His horse, of course, is a baritone, too. I've got that old wagon wheel inside of me. I got that. The girls are delighted to hear this. But where's our heroine? As the bell rings for lunch, we find our heroine in the corral, eating her heart out. She is Mary Swen, the tap-dancing daughter of an American juggling act who left her on the doorstep of an old English castle where she was found by surface metabolism who said, "By Jove, a real baby! I shall raise her as my own daughter." To which he did. But she wants to tap dance, she wants to marry Cowboy Dan, who she met in the strip. It was not the first time. She wants to tap dance with Cowboy Dan, who she met once in the tap dance, but no, surveys will never let her permit this. Never, 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 never. That's why she's eating her heart out. But through her tears, she is singing a happy little song, because she is also a coloratura soprano. She is beside herself, her favorite position. She rushes to her father. "Oh, Father, you must let me marry Cowboy Dan. He runs the biggest ranch in Texas." Bar none. Bar none? Cowboy Dan cannot believe his ears. Bar none. Why, that's the password of the FBI. It can't be. No, no. Yes, yes. No, no. Yes, yes. No, no. Yes, yes. No, no. Yes, yes. It can't be. But it was. He rushes to Mary Suen. "Mary Suen, you must help me. Can you tap dance a message out of code? This is a big chance. Now she can tap dance, which she does. But what has she done? She has betrayed her own father. But he isn't her father. He is highly from Fruitman. She's open. Get on the ground. She can guide. She can go. She can get girls. Get golden girls. Get good. Flying good. Girls. The high. Whole girls. Can garden. Garden. Flirting good. The hair. The die. Good. The dangerous German spy. Stick up your hands, you dirty rat, and bite and blood and add and that's the FBI. Find the text of the German spy, dead and Mary about to blame. You think the picture's about to end? But no. Whoever heard of a musical picture without Carmelita Pepita, the Bolivian bombshell?
wish you could come with me to the little village in Bolivia. So peaceful there are the purple mountains with the lovely mists and the shining stars, and the little people who live so simple and quiet. And every night, all they want to do is
Sorry, Mr. Benny, I just got carried away.
It's all right, kid. Just introduce the next act.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with Sam Krager at the piano, we'd like to introduce Miss Kate Smith to wander through your many letters to Command Performance and deliver a little package of songs to your APO number. Miss Kate Smith.
Thank you, Mr. K. Of course, there won't be enough time to sing each number all the way through, so I'll just get you started and you can hum the rest of it during the week. How about that? Is that okay? Well, for a couple of two-gun Texans, Barrett and Elkins, and the station hospital at 860, here's a bit of that good old Lone Star State. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. The prairie sky is wide and high, deep in the heart of Texas. And somewhere on planet Earth, to wit, APO 301, many of you want this tune. I'll be with you in apple blossom times. I'll be with you to change your name to mine. One day in May, I'll come and say, happy the bride, the sun shines on today. But almost all of you ask for this song, and truly, I'll never grow tired singing it. It's a song that a certain 10,000 Marines sang not long ago on the hillside of a South Pacific island while tropic rains poured down. Come on, all you Americans, from the Arctic to the equator, let's sing it together. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From
Ken Carpenter setting the alarm clock for next week and telling any newcomers that command performance is arranged through the cooperation of the Hollywood Victory Committee and is produced through men of the Armed Forces of the United Nations by the Special Service Division of the War Department of the United States of America.
Alright, thank you all so much for coming here. This concludes our production of Best of Command Performance. And once again, let's have a little bouncy music here. Once again, we're so honored to be here. We are doing this again tomorrow at 12 o'clock. We'll be actually condensing an entire days of actual broadcasts on D-Day. So we're going to condense it down to about an hour and 15 minutes from beginning to the end of the evening with rumors and updates and interviews and celebrities. It's going to be a lot of fun, really an amazing story. And then we're coming back here at 3 o'clock to do this show once again. So if you caught part of it, come back and catch the rest. Tell your friends to come on and join us as well. We are those thrilling days of yesteryear, old-time radio recreations. We perform primarily in Oak Park, Illinois, a western suburb of Oak Park, a village of Chicago. And it's a suburb of Oak Park, I guess. and you can learn more about us at ttdy-radio.com. But now, the cats of those thrilling days of yesteryear. Sorry, Don Gilgood. So that we could have the honor and privilege of bringing them back to you today. Thank you so much.